Nations at Daytona. Here we are, round 5 of Nations, and the final round of Nations and of GTWS this season. And here we are then at the Daytona International Speedway, and we're doing 15 laps on the racing hard tyre, 3 times fuel, 7 times tyre, and BOP, with a nice choice of 42 different cars that you can use for the race here today. Going for the Honda NSX seems to be the car that most people are using, so we'll give it a go. Daytona International Speedway, home of the Daytona 500 and the Daytona 24 Hours, which apparently some chap called Alonso quite likes doing, and hopefully we're not going to crash anybody out. I mean, it is just turning left for 20 minutes. What could possibly go wrong? We'll just sort of cross that bridge when we get to it, I think. Meantime, looking forward to see how we're going to get on then. And as ever, if you do happen to enjoy my pretty average driving at best on GT7, do like and subscribe, really do appreciate it. And if you do enjoy the final round of GTWS Nations here today at Daytona, do let me know by dropping a like on the video and hit the bell for notifications, just so you know when I upload new videos of me spinning out, crashing everywhere, and turning left on Daytona for 20 minutes on GT7. Right then, we'll get in and go to qualify. Right, time to qualify. And we're first on track, and oh, okay, that's the first run gone then. Okay then, join us in a lap's time. Right, back up to speed, so here we go. I got myself a penalty there. Right, P6. Penalty in qualifying didn't help, although we are in the mix, so we'll see what happens in the race. And hopefully we'll sign off Nations then and GTWS on a high note. Right, here we are then. Here we are, P6. Right, here we go. Green flag, green flag. We're away then at Daytona International Speedway. Planes fly overhead into the banking for the first time. And I say with this one then it's going to be right place at the right time. Get the slipstream, move up the order. Got 15 laps of wheel-to-wheel racing in front of us then. Around the banking then. Relatively even Stevens then so far on this opening lap of Daytona. Going then with the group of NSXs just in front of us there onto the start of lap 2. Lap 2 P6. Laps are going to fly by in this one then. Just a case of sticking then onto the cars in front. Bit of side by side in front of us there between P3, P4, back onto the back straight, then we go. Got the group of cars behind us as well then, so keep an eye out for them. We're trying to get the slipstream of one another there in front of us there. Onto lap 3 then, and still holding stations then in P6. Very close at the moment then, half a second separating the race leader from where we are now. You sort of hope that nobody here makes any sort of sudden moves. Just going to sort of go to the outside there, trying to find the space there on the outside. 7 times tyre wear, so hopefully none of us are going to run out of tyres. And hanging on then, onto lap 4, or just sort of at the moment then, going along quite nicely. After all, we're just turning left. We're going to take P5 there down the inside there at P6. Now really surging on here towards P4, P3, there's P2 there on the left hand side, all just moving there in front of us there, and again trying to find the space there, trying to find the clear air. Oh, and contact there behind us there, one of them's gone in the bank in, now in the train in P3, end of lap 4, start of lap 5, right on the back of P2, now starts of lap 5, trying to make a move here, sensing a real opportunity here today in the final round of GTWS. But I'd say so far with this one, don't speak too soon. Right outside of the bank in here, or straight rather, really sort of trying to keep an eye out here for the cars behind. Now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, got about half the field here, all in contention on this one, and so far then, real wheel-to-wheel stuff here at Daytona. Oh, it's like NASCAR, isn't it? Lap 6, now P7, we could be as high as P2 at the end of the first corner. That's it, just really sort of stay here on the outside, got cars there on the inside with a bumper draft there going on behind. Oh, when it's all getting close there between the top 5 there, they're just starting to pull away ever so slightly now. Got sort of 2 groups here, forming Group 1 there, and here's Group 2. Group 1 there, top 5, Group 2, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And we've got 1.5 seconds then separating the whole pack here from 1st to 9th. We're just sort of getting left behind a bit here at the start of lap 7. Now, I'm sure we'll pull back in at some point. Lap 7, P9, say at the moment then, all up in the air at the minute on Daytona, hanging on to the back of Group 2 then, but I sort of think at some point we're all going to sort of merge into one great big group, or there's a bit of action there in front there in Group 1, onto lap 8. Do think now we're all starting to merge now into one great big group, aren't we? It's a case of pick a space and go for it. 1.5 seconds and separating us from the race leader then, or still very, very close. Right, we'll slot back in then into P9. One there's gone into the wall, watch out. We're still here though, P8 onto the start of lap 9. Got that group there in front now, just starting to get away a little bit now, 2 seconds there, but all still very close together. One of them goes out, it's going to be interesting. Speaking of which, looking like they're all very close there, and in fact, out goes one of them there into the wall, and now P7, and there's P3 there, just sort of slowing down a little bit there, and all just sort of getting the Toyota there, keep our foot down, go around the outside of one of them at least. 2-second penalty there for the car in P3 then. Onto lap 10, it's all sort of beginning to sort of simmer a little bit now, isn't it? And keep our foot down there and have to try and sort of committing and staying inside the track limits at the same time, and also try not to smash off the guys on the outside. Through now to P3, top 2 there are definitely going for it as well. This race is definitely not over. Right, 2 there right behind us then. We're going to go with us then, no doubt. Oh, and that's got us a 0.5 there. Oh no, that's going to drop us right out the group now. Well, it's going to drop us off the podium anyway, but I think at the minute we're going to fall off the podium anyway with the 2 behind us. Right, penalty then. And now just trying to do what we can to get onto the back of P3 and P4 then. Sun setting on Daytona, but this race coming alive. Lap 12, we've come together there. Oh, we're just about, I took him out there. Really thought I'd taken that guy out there. I was sort of expecting them to come spinning back across the track. Very precarious situation when things like that happen in races like this. Top 4 getting quite close now. Onto the start of lap 13, and we've got a bit of wear there on the rear right racing hard tyre. Should be okay to get us through. We are now here, aren't we, in P5, 1.5 there to the car behind. Top 4 all very close together, maybe tries to capitalise. One of them maybe goes out on these final couple of laps. 2 laps to go, and here we are in P5 then. 4 seconds now to the cars in front, so yeah, the winner's going to come from one of them 4 definitely. Just a case of who it's going to be. And yet on there coming through to start the final lap here at Daytona, and here we are P5, just under a minute to go then, if we don't crash that is. Oh, one of them there, yellow flags, and that's going to be P4 there, sort of trying to move across there to allow them to rejoin. So looking like a P4 then from this one. We got just over a second there to the car behind us there, so we should be okay here. Here we are then in P4. Right, there we are then, GTWS done and dusted then for another season. Rounding up with P4 here at Daytona, not so bad, although a bit lucky on a couple of occasions, but we got round and we didn't crash, which is the main thing. So now GTWS is all done, I'll have to find a new video to do for Saturdays. Stay tuned.